and welcome to this Excel tutorial on logical formulas used in Excel. In this video, we will learn how to use logical formulas like AND, OR, XOR, and more. Now let's get started. Under the Formulas tab, we'll have the entire group of functions and formulas used in Excel. In this video, we'll see all the logical formulas used in Excel. So, on clicking Drop Down, it shows the entire list of logical functions available. The first one is the AND function. It checks whether all arguments are true and returns true only when all arguments listed are true. So, I have 3 different scores of the students here. P refers to pass, F refers to fail, so let me add a column here. So I wanted status to be true only if all 3 scores are pass. So I'm going to use the AND function. Equals AND. You can select as many logical expressions as are required. For our data, we only have 3 particular checks. So AND if this score equals P, and if this score equals P, and if this third score is also P, then it will return true. Oops, sorry, I missed a quote here. Okay, there you go. Since we don't have P, since we don't have P in all scores, it is showing as false. Similarly, you double-click it for the other rows as well. And as you can see for this particular student, all the results are P, so it shows true. And here it's the same. For the other 2 students, they haven't passed in all 3, so it's showing as false. And this is how AND is used. Let's move to the next function. The next function is false, which returns the logical value false. So how do we use it? Equals if the score here equals F, and just type false. I'm getting the false option here. I'll click on it, comma, else, let it be true, and you close the parentheses. Then we hit enter. So you can see that I2 is not F, so it returns true. Drag and drop. Here, I5 equals P, so it's true. The next logical formulas are if error, and if NA, which we've covered in another special tutorial on if functions. So we'll move on to the next function, which is not. Not changes true to false and false to true. Now let me show you. This function basically returns the reversed logical value of its argument. For example, if the argument is false, then true is returned, and vice versa. Let me explain to you how to use the not function. I'll take an example of the students having the grades A, B, C, and F. We arrive at these grades using the pass-fail status. For example, the student Harry has failed, so we have given him the grade F. And if the student has passed, they will get the grades A, B, C, depending on their exact percentage. So I'm going to write a not function here whose result depends on if the student has failed or passed the test. Equals, not, open parenthesis. My expression here would be to check if the student has passed or failed the test. So not of, select the grade, equal to F, which means if the student has passed, or in other words has not failed, then it should return the value true to me. Hit enter, and it's true. Why? Because the formula returns false only if the selected cell equals F. If the student has failed. In our case, the grade is C and not F. Since the grade is C and not F, the condition is satisfied and it displays true. I'll drag and drop the formula in other cells. So the next grade is A. The grade A is again not equal to F, hence true once again. And here we have false. Why? It's checking if the grade is F. Here it is in fact F. So it returns false to me this time. Similarly, the grade B is not F. So again it is true. And this is how the not function works. It returns the reversed logical value of the argument. The next formula is OR. OR returns true if even one of the arguments are true. If even one of the arguments is true. And it returns false only if all of the arguments are false. So equals OR, open parenthesis, score equals. If this score is equal to P, and if this score is equal to P, and if score 3 is also equal to P, it returns true, because even if any one of the arguments or criteria is satisfied, it returns true. So more than value here is P, so it has returned true. Let's look at the other records. Here you have none of the conditions being satisfied, so the status is false. Now let's see how to use the XOR function. For example, let me take two arguments where score 1 equals P and score 2 equals P. So what the XOR does is, it returns true if either score 1 equals P or score 2 equals P, but returns false if both the scores have the same value. For example, if both are P or both are F. And I'll show you how to use it. Equals, XOR, parenthesis, the first logical expression is score 1 is equal to P, comma, the second logical expression is score 2 is equal to P. Enter. And it says true. Let me drag and drop for the other records. And now let's see how the logical status is true. Here, our expression XOR, where both score 1 equals P and score 2 equals P. Once again, what XOR does is it returns true only if any one of the conditions is satisfied, not if both are satisfied. So here you can see score 1 equals P and score 2 equals F. So, only one condition is satisfied, and only score 1 equals P. Score 2 is not P, therefore XOR has returned true. For the next student and all the others, it has returned false. Why? This is because we have both scores being P or both being F. So as per XOR's logic, it returns false because both arguments shouldn't have the same value. So here, since both of the scores are P, it is false. And here, since both of the scores are F, it returns false. It returns false. And that is how XOR works. So that's all about the logical functions and formulas used in Excel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.